Good morning, day 9, our second Sunday in the backcountry, our last full day in the backcountry. We're at Causey Lake, and you can see behind us Stony Indian Pass. We were kind of looking at where we went up and around the pass there. It's pretty cool. You can't really see it on the video, I'm sure, but we can pick out those big waterfalls that we went across and then over, and the little snowfield, and then it kind of goes out of view. And it looks so close from here, but we can't even see Glen Lake, which is the next lake, and that's over 2 miles long. So gives you a different perspective. And it's been we think it's like very hazy up there. It's been hazy all morning.
But it doesn't smell like smoke or anything.
So just the weather conditions. But right now it's super comfortable. The sun is behind a cloud. It's like almost an early fall morning. Feels really nice. So we're just sipping our coffees. I think probably all the campers who were here last night are heading out at some point. We're not. So yeah, that's it for right now, I guess.
Yeah.
See you later.
Okay, so let's check out the pit toilet here at Causey Lake. Looks like it's an outhouse. Let's see. Ooh, it's kind of stinky. Yep, and there's a nice duct for some airflow and light.
Day 9, Sunday, August 21st at Causey Lake. Just chatted with some backpackers who are staying here the night, our neighbors. They confirmed, because they recently came in like a few days ago, there is some sort of fire at the north side of the park, which explains why Stony Indian Pass is so hazy right now. The smoke is kind of rolling and starting to get whiffs. You can kind of smell the smoke a little bit now. But apparently it's not a fire that they're too concerned about, which is good. But we're definitely seeing the effects of it with the smoke really hazing everything up today. So we're in the middle of our last day, day 9, about 2 in the afternoon. Sarah just went to take a walk down the shoreline. We've been like taking little walks every once in a while, just kind of stretch the legs. Just cracked open a little beer here. But the skies have gotten, even though it's hot and sunny right now, there's a lot of clouds in the sky, some of them darker. We didn't get rained on last night, although we did have a little bit of thunder and lightning. This will be interesting if we get some rain today. Other than that, it's a pretty pleasant afternoon. Day 9, it's like 4 in the afternoon. The sun was out for most of the afternoon, but we've definitely got some darker clouds, and it's not smoke this time, it's clouds, and we
think it's rain up there.
We hear thunder, and the wind is picking up. So I thought about a half hour ago we might actually get rain tonight. So we actually set up our food so that if it does start pouring, we can at least, everything's in our bear vaults, and we can run in the tent with the bear vaults, eat, and then throw the bear vaults back out if we need to, so we're not soaked and trying to make dinner in the pouring rain. And it might just be pouring rain. I'm gonna say within a half hour to an hour. We haven't felt any drops yet, but I bet you they're coming. It just feels like, it really feels like rain. But there are a little bit lighter skies this way, so it might just be blown through or passing through.
I've been doing walks along the beach, so my back's feeling a little bit better. It's good.
Yep. Got a full campsite tonight. We even have two younger guys here who are going to the next campsite where we camped, Glenn's Head, but they stopped because there was a black bear foraging near the trail, and they didn't want to just wait, you know. We think it's probably the same little adolescent that's been running around here, but you know, it's their first time out, they're learning, so they'll figure things out, but they're probably going to get soaked. But that's part of the fun. They'll be all right, they're young.
They're young.
Well, if we get in a rainy tent, we'll check in then. It's about 45 minutes since the last video. The wind has definitely picked up.
It totally changed direction too. It was coming from the foot of the lake, like away from the pass all day, and now it's just coming straight down the pass.
So yeah, it's really, we feel like now the storm is coming. For a while there, it looked like it was going away from us. Now maybe it's coming back.
So we'll see. I did
we'll
smell a little of the smoke that might be lingering from the fire somewhere when the wind first started to pick up. But now it's kind of died down.
Right, and this could all be like clear skies again in an hour, who knows.
Right.
But right now it's pretty pretty stormy. So Sunday evening, our last night in Glacier at Cosley Lake, and once again, Cosley Lake shenanigans were in full force, but with a good outcome. So we got here, we were the first ones
Right,
here.
because we were here last night.
Right, that makes sense. So we were the first ones here. And then people started showing up. A couple showed up, set up next to us. Then a group of 3 guys showed up and set up. And then a family, a father and 3
kids,
teenage kids showed up. And he made
a rude comment. Well, not rude, just an odd
comment to make to Sarah about the nude beach.
Just not necessary. And they didn't take the actual trail to the lake. There's like a cutoff that you can tell that they've been trying to discourage people from using, because there's branches in the start of the trail, but it's still there. And like cuts down to the beach, so you miss the Cosley Lake sign.
So
but you should still know this is Cosley Lake.
Right, so they showed up, and even at some point it looked like they were using soap in the lake. I mean, just not good.
And they weren't very, like, most people are like, not chatty, just cordial, like, hi, how are you? Did you have a good hike? That sort of thing. And they just, like, ignored people.
Right, so then a couple showed up, a younger couple in their 20s or 30s, whatever, and there were no more sites. Like, something's up here. And like all of us, like, well, most of us went back and checked our permits to make sure we had the right day and the right spot. And the couple that was next to us graciously allowed them to stay with them, and we would have too if it came to that. But then after that, another couple showed up. So now there's like two different sets of campers and extra. So it's not a computer glitch, right? Something's wrong. So, you know, it was just the second set of people actually set up at like the hitching post, and your gut instinct told you it was this dad with his 3 kids.
The whole time I just thought something was off.
You just knew that they were somehow the cause of all these problems. And karma, fantastically, a ranger showed up like on a Sunday night at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
She just came waltzing into camp, I think
And she was like, "Oh, why is someone's tent there?" And we were like, "Oh, well, there's 2 extra parties." And she was like, "Oh, it's time to check some
time to
permits."
check permits. So she started checking permits, and the one we
The
think was an
last
honest
couple
mistake.
that came, we were chatting with them.
Yeah, they were
I
nice.
think they honestly just thought this was their campsite and made it, because as soon as they realized, like he said, "Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry,"
Yeah, yeah.
and like started packing up. So I think that was an honest mistake. But the dad and the 3 kids, they were all in their tent, like maybe sleeping, who knows,
They
but
got caught.
they got caught.
And he even made some kind of comment when he came back to grab his bear concert. Oh, I guess they thought I was trying to pull a fast one. You know, you don't say that unless you're trying to pull a fast one.
Right.
So, and they were only had to go another mile or so
Yeah,
to the
just
next campsite. So it's not like they didn't have a permit at all. They had a permit, but they
right.
just inconsiderate people. It's never the animals. It's never the weather. It's always the people that, because like you're coming in late at night.
Right.
You expect you have a reserved campsite,
Right.
and there's no campsite for you, and it's super stressful. And do you go around like confronting everyone? And it's just not a good situation. Thank goodness the ranger showed up,
Right.
because I was actually going to inReach Bobby and tell him to call this
Oh,
ranger.
you were?
Yeah,
Oh,
and tell him to call the ranger, especially after this. I was like going for my inReach, call Belly River and have something's wrong here, but it didn't come to that. Because a ranger, like miraculous, just when you need one, it's like there's never a cop when you need one. Well, there was a ranger when you need one. And she was like super, she knew what was up.
Yeah.
So she got that all squared away. Now everyone has their own site. Everyone's relaxing, stress-free.
Yeah.
But Cosley Lake, just like 5 years ago with the
bikers,
the
people, mountain
bicyclist,
bikers came in, and there's no mountain biking in the park.
not allowed. And that was a whole other
Hug kerfuffle.
fiasco with a different ranger back then. So there's always drama at Cosley Lake for some reason.
My back.
But all of our camper neighbors are cool, and
Yeah.
we're just
Our
gonna
alarms
relax in the tent. Our alarm's set for
to
early,
ring.
so we get an early start and kind of beat the heat and be at the trailhead at a decent time.
Yeah, because it'll get hot. It's been getting warm during the day.
Yeah.
With our hike up, mostly up.
Yeah. It's so satisfying when someone gets caught. Because it was, especially when they think they're getting away with something,
right.
And just by the comments he made afterwards, it was nice to just sit there and watch them walk out.
Yeah.
So that's not what you would expect in the backcountry vlog, but
and that's our first ranger that we've seen. Well, backcountry. I mean, we saw someone on the horse the other day was fixing signs.
But she wasn't checking permits.
No,
but she was busy.
She was busy. But I mean, in all of the parks we've been in, this is the only place we've seen rangers in the backcountry.
That's right. We saw a volunteer at Grand Teton. She was wearing a remember at the outlook over the lake?
Oh, yeah.
She was a volunteer, but she really wasn't checking. She was just chatting people up and making sure people, the 10 essential, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, crazy night at Glacier, and we'll see you in the morning. Always have your permits with you.